Someone had a private meeting with your ex to plan something behind your back. A secret meeting behind your back, the plan unfolding. Archangel Michael says, something is happening behind the curtain of your life. You cannot see it yet, but the shift has already begun. A private meeting was held in silence, and your name was at the center of the table. The air in the room was still when they whispered about you. The walls caught the betrayal before your heart could. What they planned in that moment will soon echo into your reality. A person you trusted once, your ex, sat across from someone you never imagined would sit on the other side. They didn't meet to heal, they met to plot. They didn't meet to move on, they met to stir something behind you. Your past is being reopened without your permission. They believe you are blind to their collusion. But energy never lies, and whispers have already started to reach you in strange ways. Comment, I claim divine clarity, if this message is reaching your spirit right now. They drank tea and exchanged glances like old friends. But beneath every word was strategy. One of them even laughed when your name was spoken, as if mocking how far you've come. It wasn't just a casual conversation, it was layered. They spoke about how much you've grown, and how that growth makes them uncomfortable. They decided that something must be done about it. Your peace irritates their chaos. Your strength triggers their insecurity. The very person who once held your hand is now holding secrets. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. What they planned was subtle, not violent. But it's the kind of move that shakes your foundation when you're not prepared. They want to insert confusion where you've gained clarity. A message may come to you, disguised as an apology. A gift may arrive, coated with false goodwill. Be cautious, this was all discussed. They know your patterns. They think you will fall into the same emotional trap again. But this time, you are more aware than they realize. They underestimate your growth. They still see you as the broken version they left. But you are no longer standing in the ruins of your past. Type Amen to get blessing 440. This woman who met with your ex had a smirk on her face. She has always observed you from a distance, with hidden envy. Now, she wants a role in the script of your downfall. She acts innocent in public, but her energy behind closed doors is sharp. She carries your name in her mouth like a poison she wants to spill. This is not the first time she's meddled. Her intentions are to erase your presence quietly. She doesn't want a fight, she wants removal. She whispered, let's give them a reason to walk away from everything. They believe you'll never find out. They think silence is a shield. But nothing escapes the divine watch. The next 3 days are crucial. Someone might pretend to offer you an opportunity. That offer was born from that secret meeting. Type Amen to get blessing 812. One of them has saved a picture of you. They analyzed it at the meeting. They were shocked at how radiant you've become. Your success has started to haunt their mediocrity. That photo was meant to study your glow, to understand your strength. But what they forgot is that glow was earned through fire. They talked about your routines. They want to disrupt your peace without being seen. She even suggested a way to accidentally show up in your life again. He agreed without hesitation. Your ex nodded, and even brought up your vulnerabilities. They are playing on what they think still wounds you. The plan is emotional, not financial, not legal, but deeply personal. It's about triggering you to self-destruct. They want to plant chaos and step away, watching from a distance. Type Amen to get blessing 927. One of them wants access to your inner circle. They want to befriend someone close to you. They already began doing it without your awareness. They've messaged someone recently pretending to be harmless. They asked about your schedule, your recent wins, and even your mood. That message was reported back to the one you once loved. That woman is not new to this game. She's played this role in other people's lives before. She attaches, drains, and disappears. She's jealous of your destiny. That's why she smiles in your face, but clenches her fists behind you. That meeting they had was not a coincidence. It was aligned with your season of rising. The closer you get to your purpose, the more their shadows stretch. Light exposes them. Type Amen to get blessing 1033. There's a car that keeps parking not far from your place. It's been seen before but ignored. Someone in your area is observing on behalf of this duo. They're not watching to attack you. They're watching to gather rhythm. They're collecting your routines like data. What time you walk, who you talk to, even what energy you carry. This woman is bolder than she looks. She's orchestrated drama before. Now she wants to use your ex as a tool to do it again. Comment, reveal all hidden plans, if your soul feels this message aligning with your timeline. Your ex feels guilt, but not enough to stop. He is doing it out of anger, not love. His pride is bruised because you didn't crawl back. They talked about your last conversation. She asked him, did they beg? He said no, and that's what sealed the decision to move forward with the plan. Your independence wounded their ego, and now they want your world to wobble. But they don't know divine protection already surrounds you. Type Amen to get blessing 1171. She said something chilling in that room. I know how to trigger them. And your ex didn't stop her. That statement wasn't made in humor. It was calculated. She knows something about your past you once confided to someone, and now it's being weaponized. The private meeting lasted 47 minutes. That's all it took to form a plan. They ended it with a handshake, cold and confirming. You may feel a shift in your body, like something is off. That's your intuition preparing you. You are not paranoid, you are prophetic. There will be a moment soon where they pretend to bump into you. That will be the test. You must remain grounded. Type Amen to get blessing 1314. She may mention something only your ex would know. That's how you'll confirm the link between them. She will test your emotions, your reactions, your softness. But this time, you won't respond with tears. You will respond with silence, and that silence will shake them more than any word. They're expecting the old version of you. They rehearsed what to say if you ask them anything. They practiced the smiles, the tone, the fake innocence. Every detail was rehearsed during that private meeting. Your ex even practiced pretending to still care. That part was chilling. He's willing to fake emotion if it helps destabilize you. Type Amen to get blessing 1442. Archangel Michael says, the truth is already cracking through the surface. The plan they made is not sealed in destiny. It can still be dismantled by your awareness. Heaven is not asleep to injustice. That meeting was recorded in the spiritual realm. Nothing done in darkness will go without response. One of them has a motive rooted in jealousy, the other in resentment. Together, they are dangerous only to those who are unaware. But you, child of light, are rising in sight. They targeted your peace because it's louder than their noise. They targeted your calm because it intimidates their chaos. They want to remind you of your past, but they forget who you've become. Type Amen to get blessing 1507. Someone will soon try to gift you something. It may be physical, a book, a trinket, even food. Do not accept it without discernment. That gift may carry energy tied to that conversation. It could be a spiritual marker. And you're being warned in advance. They talked about your birthday, how you celebrate, where you usually go. The woman said, "That's our perfect window." The man agreed. They plan to send something before that date to trigger memory and emotion. Comment, "No weapon against me shall prosper," to seal your protection. She even mentioned something about a story you once told, one you thought was private. She wants to use it as an entry point. If she brings it up in casual talk, that's your sign. He regrets some things, but not enough to stop. He thinks of you often, but with bitterness. That's why he allows this woman to pull strings. Type Amen to get blessing 1633. You have a spiritual shield surrounding you, but awareness sharpens it. This warning is not fear, it's foresight. You are being equipped, not spooked. Someone close to you may mention they've seen your ex or that woman recently. Pay attention to that passing comment. It's not random, it's confirmation. Their energy is already leaking into your timeline. That's why you felt unsettled lately. You're picking up on the frequency. But you are not the same person who was once vulnerable. Your intuition is louder. Your response is calmer. Type Amen to get blessing 1771. They believe they're being clever. They do not know the divine is already 20 steps ahead. What they think is hidden is already unfolding in your favor. That woman's smile is a veil. Beneath it is envy and desire for control. She wants to be you, or replace you, but can never embody what you carry. The man she partners with, your ex, is unstable. He regrets letting go, but now he's pretending it was his idea. This conflict inside him is what makes him dangerous. He knows your strength, and he knows you could expose everything. That's why they want to discredit you emotionally. Type Amen to get blessing 1811 soon. There may be an online post, vague but directed. Words that seem general but meant to sting you. They hope you'll see it and react. Do not engage. Let silence be your sword. The more you ignore, the more their frustration rises. They want a reaction more than a result. They want to shift your energy more than anything else. That meeting wasn't just a plot, it was a spiritual attack. And this message you're reading is your shield. It's your moment of truth. It's your preparation for what's near. Type Amen to get blessing 1900. They studied your patterns. But what they don't know is, you've broken free of those patterns. They think you still respond like before. They'll be shocked when their plan falls flat. When you don't cry. When you don't spiral. When you rise instead. There is a door you're about to walk through. And their energy can't come with you. That's why they're scrambling. Comment, I walk forward, untouched, to declare your freedom. This energy is not here to scare you. It's here to awaken you. You are divinely watched, not targeted, empowered, not victimized. Type Amen to get blessing 2001. Archangel Michael says, your ancestors stood behind you the moment that meeting happened. Their spirits whispered warnings into your sleep. That's why you've had strange dreams lately. They want you to know, this is not the first attack, but it is the last. Because after this, you won't be reachable to this kind of tactic anymore. The woman may pretend to need your help. A fabricated story of suffering or confusion. She wants access, not empathy. She will say, I didn't know what really happened between you two. That's a lie. She knows everything. And she still chose her side. Type Amen to get blessing 2144 soon. Someone else may come forward with news. They may say, I thought you should know something. And that truth will line up with this message. Everything that was said in that room will come to light, slowly. Each piece will find its way to you. And you will not be surprised, because you are prepared. The blessing in this betrayal is the clarity it brings. You now know who is with you, and who only pretended. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. They never expected you to find out. But even without proof, you've felt it. And that's enough for you to shift your energy and lock your doors. This next season of your life is about clean exits. No revenge, no proving. Just walking away, and letting the divine do what it does. The trap they planned will collapse, because it was rooted in ego, not truth. And ego never outlives purpose. Comment, my peace is my protection. She wants to see you in distress. But she will witness your rise. He wants to confuse you, but he will end up more confused. Type Amen to get blessing 2388. The season of betrayal is ending. The season of awareness has arrived. And no matter what they try, you are spiritually 10 steps ahead now. You are stepping into a divine timeline. And they are stuck in a loop of plotting. You are walking through a door that only your energy key can unlock. Nothing they discussed can stop you. Their conversation was not prophecy, it was panic. You don't need to warn them. Let your elevation do that. They underestimated the fire that forged you. They thought silence meant surrender. But silence was strategy, and now, you're moving smarter than ever. The one thing they didn't expect is your spiritual discernment. They didn't think you feel their energy before the evidence arrived. But you did, and that alone shifted everything. You will begin noticing delays in their plan. Things they plotted will not go as smoothly. The universe will place blocks in their path before they reach your door. Type Amen to get blessing 2477. The woman will grow frustrated first. Her messages will become more frequent, more desperate. She'll sense that you're slipping out of reach. Your ex will start pulling away from her. Not out of guilt, but because he'll see her obsession is deeper than he realized. Their alliance will begin to crumble. All of this started from one meeting, but what they did not plan for is the divine hand that guards your path. They created a mess they can no longer manage. They tried to trap you in a cycle, but you already walking in freedom. You've outgrown the old versions of pain. You are now untouchable to the tricks they used before. Comment, my soul chooses elevation, if this truth is yours. The woman may attempt to turn people against you. She'll speak softly, pretending to care. But her eyes will always reveal envy. She will say things like, I just want to make peace. That's code for, I want to know what you know. Be careful, do not explain yourself. You own no one clarity but yourself. Let them sit in their own confusion. Let them guess how much you know. Type Amen to get blessing 2611. There is power in silence. And you are now stepping into that power. You no longer need to respond. Your growth is loud enough. This entire scenario was meant to delay your rise. But it has only made your light brighter. What they intended for harm has become your activation. You're not just surviving, you're becoming sacred fire. And that scares them more than anything. They cannot touch what has already transcended. Every lie they tell will weigh them down. Every trap they built will turn inward. And you will walk past them with unshaken grace. Type Amen to get blessing 2700. Archangel Michael says, their private meeting will haunt them. Not because they failed, but because you didn't react. That silence will echo longer than any argument ever could. They will keep checking your page, your name, your circle, hoping to see cracks. But all they will see is growth. They may even accuse you of doing something in return. That's projection. That's guilt wrapped in defense. Let them talk. Let them twist the story. You have no obligation to correct their narrative, because your peace is louder than their lies. Comment, I move in truth and rise in silence. This season is about spiritual maturity. You are walking into higher rooms. And not everyone from your past gets a seat there. They tried to reattach, but the cord is already cut. They spoke your name in a room of betrayal, but that name carries too much light to be damaged. Type Amen to get blessing 2844. They may try one last thing, to apologize, to spin the story in their favor. Do not fall for it. The apology is not sincere. It's strategic. It's damage control. They'll say, I didn't mean for it to go this far. But it did. Because the moment they agreed to meet, they made a choice. You are allowed to protect your peace without explanation. You are allowed to move forward without reopening old wounds. That is your power now. Type Amen to get blessing 2911. You are rising. Not in anger, in awareness. You are stepping into your divine assignment, and nothing can block it now. The private meeting they had will be remembered by them, not you. Because you won't even be thinking of them as you step into your new season. They created storms. You built wings. And now you're flying over everything they tried to ruin. Archangel Michael says, nothing done in darkness can stop the child who walks in divine light. You were never meant to drown in betrayal. You were meant to rise from it. Comment, this is my season of unstoppable clarity. You're not just protected, you're chosen. You're not just warned, you're weaponized with wisdom. And they cannot access you again. Type Amen to get blessing 3072. The next chapter of your life will feel different. Lighter. Quieter. That's because their energy won't be around anymore. They will talk. Let them. They will twist stories. Let them. The truth doesn't need defending, it needs walking. And you're walking now. Braver. Stronger. Wiser. You are free now. Not just from them, but from the version of you that once tolerated their chaos. Type Amen to get blessing 3113. That meeting behind your back was a final attempt. A last try at keeping you small. But they didn't realize that pressure only created a diamond. They hoped you lose sleep. But you sleeping peacefully. They hoped you break. But you've built stronger foundations. Their plan failed the moment you chose not to return to the past. Your peace is your sword now. And it's sharper than ever. Comment, I don't shrink. I rise. From now on, your name will only rise in the right rooms. Not whispered in betrayal, but celebrated in light. That's your true path. Type Amen to get blessing 3255. Let this be a final reminder. You were never theirs to break. You were always your own to build. And now, you standing taller than ever. This season isn't about revenge. It's about realization. It's about awakening fully, and refusing to go back into the dark. Every fake smile, every cold handshake, every whispered lie, they all lose power now. Because the truth is shining, and so are you. Archangel Michael says, this is your redemption arc. Not a return to pain, but a revelation of purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 3344. You are stepping into doors that no private meeting can lock. You are walking paths no betrayal can block. You are chosen, and nothing changes that. The past no longer owns you. The people in that room no longer influence you. This is your liberation. Let them talk. Let them scheme. You just keep rising. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. And as you close this message, know this truth. You are protected. You are elevated. And you are walking forward untouched.